Thanks to George Bush.
This year's deficit is due to George Bush?
Yeah.
That's insanity. Okay.
Okay, please.
Okay, that's all right. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. I fundamentally, listen, I'm not going to apologize for my beliefs. I really feel, in my heart of hearts, that we have a tremendous amount of debt that we're not going to be able to pay, and that it's morally reprehensible to leave it for our children to worry about.
And this budget doesn't touch the deficit.
We have to do something about
This
it.
budget doesn't touch it. The CBO said that.
And here's another question.
Answer
Here's
that.
another question. Ma'am, I'm not going to answer you at all because I don't like the way you're speaking to me.
You didn't.
I'm not going to be disrespected or allow anyone else to be disrespected. It's not nice. It's inappropriate.
This plan adds $6 trillion according to the CBO.
I think it's going to cut 6.2 trillion.
Well, then the CBO doesn't say that.
Then go read
I
the
think
CBO
we'll cut
report.
$6.2 trillion. At the end of the day,
Okay,
it
please.
works both ways. Here's what we come down to. I know that some of you in this room disagree with the Ryan budget. I also know that some of you think that the President of the United States is doing a great job. And if we just have a single-payer system and we just continue to borrow money that we don't have. By the way, do you know, and here's a number I did memorize, 68 cents of every dollar we spend on our medical entitlements is borrowed. Is that healthy for any economy? To borrow 68 cents on every dollar? So do we think that, man, no. I didn't lie. You're not listening because you're talking. I said that we borrow 68 cents on every dollar. Is that a lie that we borrow 68 cents on every dollar? I didn't say why. So how could I lie? Thank you. You're not listening. Please. But it's not. It's the fact. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we can go around the rosary all night. I'm not here to make you believe. I'm here, seriously, to tell you that I believe we have a looming debt crisis that is going to destroy our country. That's not going to change. I believe that. Why? Because $14.3 trillion is a number that you just can't get out of your head. And when you think about Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security increasing at the rates it's increasing, if we don't do something, they will go bankrupt. And increasing taxes is not enough compared to how much we're increasing. And I will ask you this. I will ask you this. Why not, last year, when the Democrats had the Senate, the House, and the President, why didn't they put a plan together to deal with the debt crisis?
They're still spending money.
Because of Bush. No, it's because of Bush. So I want to press to document this. The reason that the Democratic House, the Democratic Senate, and the President, who's a Democrat, last time I checked, and his name was President Barack Obama, not President George Bush, they didn't pass a budget or pass any plan to stop our debt crisis because of George Bush.
George Bush gave us a debt crisis, remember?
Said it was because of George Bush.
He gave us the crisis.
Said it was because of George Bush.
George Bush
They prevented it all.
economy.
And the Senate, the House, and the Presidency. Did they put a plan forward, sir? Did they put a plan forward? Did they put a plan forward?
George Bush gave us a $1
They
trillion
couldn't put a plan
deficit.
forward. Do you hear that?
Of course they tried.
What do you mean? How could we not let them vote? Sir, I didn't ask if they could. If they put a plan. Okay, I'm going to end that part. The point is, no plan was put forward to even be voted on to deal with our entitlements. Did the President of the United States come out during his State of the Union and say that we have to tackle entitlements, yes or no?
Not kill them.
Just answer the question. Did he say we have to deal with the entitlement plan, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
He said we have to
Deal with them. We have to deal with the problem. Okay.
He didn't say in Medicare.
Okay, I got you. I agree. But he did say we have to deal with the entitlement program, did he not? Okay. When he put his first budget out, most recently, wasn't that long ago, did it mention entitlements at all? Did it mention entitlements? entitlements at all. It did not mention entitlements. In my opinion, that's an abdication of leadership. He identified a problem. Well, sir, with all due respect, all you need to do is look at the CR that I voted for, and it'll show you the cuts. Just look at some of the budget. It's all there. No, it's not Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. See, it was non-discretionary on that pie chart. There was non-discretionary funding and a small part yes, and you know what, ma'am? I don't believe that we should be funding abortions, and I don't. Is there anyone here that says I've changed my position since my campaign?
Yes.
I've changed my position on abortion.
You said when you came into office, you feel you were raised to meet your obligations. You gave an interview to the Staten Island Advance when you said your father raised you to pay your obligations. The money was spent. We must pay our obligations. I will vote for the debt ceiling. Even if the people on the right and even if the people on the left call me a hypocrite. Those are almost word for word exactly what you say. Now you're saying on all these interviews, I will never vote to raise the debt.
That's not what I said ever.
You want me to quote the
Yes, I do, because you're wrong, sir. What I said is very clear. What I said is I will not raise the debt ceiling.
Will you come back to me when
I
I
will. Yes, I promise you I will. And if I was misquoted in the paper, I can't speak for the reporters, but I think we have a reporter here. We have a reporter here that's interviewed me. And what I said, and I said it on TV, so you can pull it up on YouTube, I specifically said that I will not raise the debt ceiling. I will not raise the debt ceiling unless we have serious cuts and reform that we're not increasing our debt in the future. Systemic reforms. If we have those two things, I certainly will raise the debt ceiling.
And if we don't,
because we have to.
and if we don't, I'll raise the economy.
I think we should cut taxes. Yes, I do. Maybe. Hold on.
Okay, one at a time.
Let's get back on track. The gentleman with the hat had his hand up for a while.
Congressman, I have your quote. The one you said you would come back to me on.
Yeah. Go ahead. Where's it from?
The Staten Island Advance.
Staten Island Advance. Go ahead.
It's a tough vote because everyone's saying don't raise the debt ceiling. Not only does Grimm, who ran on a platform of reducing spending, expect to hear cries of hypocrite from the left, but he also knows that some of his conservative and Tea Party fans won't likely be pleased. But it simply has to be done, he said, because of spending already done by the last Congress, which was controlled by the Democrats. I think, this is your word, conservatives will have a problem at first, but the United States hasn't obligated itself. We have spent money. That means we shook hands and made an agreement. Now we have to actually pay the bill. I wasn't raised to meet my obligations. And now you say...
I agree with that. I still stand by that. We do have to raise the debt ceiling.
It's simply not an option. I have to hold my ground because otherwise I really believe our economy will be destroyed. Every economy...
Yes, and I stand by everything I said in that.
That's the biggest flip-flop I've ever heard.
No, it's not a flip-flop at all. You left out the part. You're now done. I heard you. You spoke your mind. I appreciate that. I did not flip-flop. Let me be very clear.
Do you want me to read it again?
No.
Sir,
No, sir.
here's the reality. And I stand by this. And I've said it on every news. Everyone that watches that see me on the news knows
I'll
this.
show the reporters
We cannot just raise the debt ceiling without some reforms. Because then what happens? Next year we raise it. Next year we raise it. What about our children and grandchildren that have to pay that debt? Someone has to pay that debt. Someone. And I don't need to say, it's 10% of the wealthy. It's not enough. You have to tax
It's a
them to
good
the
start.
Okay, hold on.
Sure.
All my budget calls for the debt.
Has anybody been to Europe lately?
You know,
Have you been to Europe lately?
Call my office if you have more to say, but this is for everyone.
You've been to Europe. Have you been to Europe? Okay, I go there many summers. You think gasoline's expensive now? It's equivalent of $12 a gallon in Greece and Italy. Sales taxes.
medical care.
It's free? Wait. I live there. My relatives live there. They have to go give doctors money on the side because they have to wait 6 months.
Not in Germany, not in England.
25% sales tax. 25% sales tax, $8 gasoline is not free.
Order in the court. The bottom line is, I came out tonight to explain to you that I do care about your opinion. I know we're not going to agree on everything, but I do want to hear from you. It does matter. Regardless of your party affiliation, regardless that you're never going to vote for me, I took an oath to represent you. I understand that you think that I'm wrong on these issues. I respect that. But I'm here to at least talk about it and listen and hear what you have to say. But the only thing I've heard tonight, really, is that we should raise taxes on the rich. That's the only thing I've heard all night, is raise taxes on the rich. And to keep our entitlement programs the way they are.
No!
No?
Fix them, don't destroy them.
How do we fix
You
them?
want us to make Medicare into a voucher program?
No, it's not a voucher program. That's absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. This is not a voucher program.
Twice as much.
Hold on. This is not a voucher program. That is a misnomer. That's Democratic rhetoric talking points. In a voucher program, the government sends the money to the per patient, right?
No.
No? Where do they send
No,
the money?
that's one form of voucher. The government could also send the money to the
No.
insurance company.
No,
That's what you
this is-
want.
this is
You want to
not
make
a voucher
Medicare into an
program.
insurance company bonanza.
This
A
is
drug company bonanza.
Medicare Part D.
How about
Medicare
that?
Part
We'll
D.
start yelling and letting it go.
Medicare Part D is the only Medicare that has come in under budget. The only one, Medicare Part D.
And it's unfunded under
It's
Bush.
the only one that came in under budget. And that's because they opened it up to some competition.
That's
If we
not
don't
why.
try to China, okay, we can open up to China. That makes sense to anyone that has money.
That plan
The
costs
bottom line is-
16% more than regular Medicare.
Okay,
That's what competition does.
okay.
It's
The
supposed to
bottom
cost
line,
less, and it
the
costs
bottom
more than
line here
regular
is,
Medicare.
if anyone has a plan, what's the plan? Besides just raising taxes on the rich, to deal with our entitlements.
Single payer.
Doesn't work.
That's what it says. It works in Canada. It works in France. It works in Germany.
Never been there.
Of course it does. My brother's doctor. It works fine.
The Department of Agriculture alone has about 165 agencies. Within that, that overlap all their duties. We can maybe we can streamline this to more efficient. Why does the
Oh, yeah, right.
why do the people who lead the department?
Okay. My brother's wrong.
Here's, okay, I think you have a valid point, still not enough to deal with this title issue, but it's a start. I agree, the man just made a good point. The man just made a very good point. He made a very good point. The size of government has grown out of control. Okay. The bottom line is, over a long period of time, we've been growing the government. And in my humble opinion, when we have too much government, you lose your own individual.